Hi, second graders. I miss you so much. It's Mrs. Kaufman, your counselor. We're going to talk about solving problems with Kelso. I don't know if you remember Kelso from last year, but he's our little frog that we talk about how to problem solve conflict or arguments or little problems that are on that you might have either at home or at school. So what we're going to learn this lesson is knowing the difference between a big problem and a small problem, and how you can use Kelso's choices to solve a small problem. So this is our Kelso, if you remember him. And then here is our whole wheel of choices. I don't know if you guys remember, but it's that Vanilla Ice dun 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 song. It's like wait and cool off, go to another game, chalk it out, share and take turns, ignore it, walk away, tell them to stop, apologize, or make a deal. There's lots of different options. Some of you may have other problem-solving skills that you've already figured out. So what is a conflict? I'm going to actually send you this video that you can watch. It's a Robin Williams video about he wants the two monsters to get in an argument. And so then at the end, he figures out that he has to argue with the monsters because the monsters were doing all kinds of problem-solving skills on their own. But then Robin Williams had a conflict with them about making them have a conflict. So I'll send that to you guys so you can watch that if you would like. It just talks about what a conflict is, which by second grade you probably know. It's getting in an argument or fighting over something. It can be small or big. So we have big and small problems that happen all the time, every day in our lives. Our big and small problems look different now because we're all online. So your small problems or big problems might look different. Your small problem might be that your internet isn't working or Schoology is down, or you aren't able to get a hold of your teacher, or you don't know how to check your email. So we got to work through some of those problems differently than what we would do if we were at school. Big problems, they are scary, dangerous, they're against the law, someone could get hurt. Big problems need a big person to help. So big problem, big person. So if it's a problem that you can't solve yourself, you need an adult to help. Small problems can be annoying, frustrating, not dangerous. The police are not going to come if someone is making an annoying sound on your Google Meet. It's not illegal. It just can be frustrating. So this is when you want to try to use two of Kelso's choices. So we're going to talk about big or small problems. So while you're watching this, you can just say it out loud because you're watching it at home. So it's not a big deal. So just use your words and say. So someone's copying you. Do you think it's a big problem or a small problem? Of course, it's a small problem. So someone's cheating at kickball, big or small? Small problem. It's annoying, it's frustrating, but it's not illegal. They just have to make sure that you just have to either play a different game. Is this a big or small problem? Someone cuts you in line. Now, this happens a lot when you're at school. When you're at home, probably not, because you don't have a line unless you have lots and lots of brothers and sisters. So that's a small problem. Okay, so someone is taking money from your teacher's desk, or maybe you see your brother or sister or a cousin taking money from your dad's wallet or your mom's purse or your stepdad's money clip, whatever it might be. Is that illegal? Yes. So that's a big problem. We can't steal. That's not okay. Someone is playing with matches. Big problem or small problem? Big. Absolutely right. Fire is dangerous. We wouldn't want anyone to get hurt. So if it's dangerous or someone could get hurt, that's a big problem. An adult needs to be told. Someone brought a knife to school, a weapon, or if you see someone in your neighborhood that has a weapon, that is a big problem. That's illegal and not okay. So that it needs to have an adult involved. Big or small problem? It's reading time and a classmate isn't reading. Is it something the cops would come for? No. So it's just a small problem. It might be frustrating or annoying to you, or you might wonder, why aren't they just following the rules? But it's not a big problem. A a classmate won't give you a turn on the swings. Now, this one happens a lot. The swings can be a really hot ticket item, and lots of kids want to play on it. Now, it is a small problem unless someone is pushing or shoving, and then it becomes a big problem. So you have to think, okay, so let's try 2 of Kelso's choices, and then if it still doesn't get fixed, then it becomes a big problem and you can tell the adults. When you're playing outside, a classmate always says, "You're out," and it makes you mad. Big problem or small problem? Small problem, unless you feel like it's bullying, and then it needs to be, if it continues to go like that every day to the same person, then it's a problem that an adult needs to get involved. So when you have small problems, another example of online small problems would be like your internet not working, or like your link isn't working for in Schoology, or Schoology is down. Now, it feels like a big problem in the moment, but it's not. No one's going to get hurt. It's not illegal. It's just frustrating and annoying. So those are still small problems. So if you've tried 2 of Kelso's choices, remember you're in 2nd grade, so you can try 2 things, and then you can ask an adult for help. A picture is worth 1,000 words. So here's all of our choices. Wait and cool off. This is a really good one to do when your internet isn't working or Schoology isn't working. Sometimes those things are just down and they need a few minutes to cool off. And so waiting and cool off for that, take a 5-minute break. Take some deep breaths. Use your coping skills that we talked about. It can be art, it can be music, it can be breathing and take a deep breath outside. Another option is go to another game if you're playing a game. Talking it out sometimes helps if everyone's calm. Sharing is always a good, kind solution to small problems. Ignoring it can be really effective and work. If you just say, "You know what, I'm just going to leave it. They're acting crazy." You can just leave it where they're at. Another way is to walk away. This can happen with siblings at home, cousins at home, people in the neighborhood. Just say, "You know what, I'm going to take a walk. I'm going to go play over here." You can tell them to please stop. Make sure you use please. I know I hear a lot of kids go, "Stop." And that means you've let it go too far. So if you're using that like, "I do not like this at all," that means you probably needed to ask them kindly first. And then if it gets to the point where you're saying stop, an adult might need to be involved. You can also say sorry if you're part of the problem. You can also make a deal. Maybe they get to pitch the first inning, and then you can pitch the second inning if it's a problem like that. Okay. Let's see. This is just some ideas. Someone will give you a turn on the swings. What should you do? Someone calls you out and you disagree. Someone is talking to a stranger on the playground. That would be something you would need to tell an adult. Here is our Kelso song, which I will actually send you because you won't be able to hear the song on my recording, but I'll kind of like let you see just a little bit just to remind you of what it looks like. And I'll put it in your directions to watch. Oh, it's not going to work, of course. My computer's slow, but it's kind of the Vanilla Ice song, like Ice Ice Baby, but it's Kelso's choices. So you can watch that at home. And my presentation about small and big problems is over. You guys listened so well. And just remember, these Kelso's choices can work anytime, anywhere, no matter where you're at. If you're at the grocery store, if you're at home, if you're with your cousins, or if you're at Christmas with your family, all those things, you can try to solve those small problems by yourself, especially with online learning. If you're getting frustrated or annoyed with it, use 2 of Kelso's choices before you go ask an adult. You guys are problem solvers. You can do this. You've got this. You're smart and strong and brave, and you can solve problems on your own. So before you get an adult, I challenge you to do 2 things. So if your internet isn't working or the work feels hard, try 2 choices, take a breath, find something else to do, use a different strategy, look somewhere else in Schoology. And then after you've used 2 strategies, then go ask an adult. I love you guys. I hope you're doing well. I miss you, and I will see you soon.